Welcome back to the Silent Brave Heart Tales. Have you ever felt like your heart became an impenetrable fortress after a painful breakup or a deeply traumatic life experience? This protective barrier is what we call the psychological shield. It is a defense mechanism built from the bricks of past heartbreak and survival instincts. You might hear yourself saying, "I will never let anyone in again," or "I am much safer alone." These thoughts are your mind's way of avoiding pain. But while this shield keeps the pain out, it also blocks the light of connection. Today, we explore how you can bravely start to take it down. Based on the psychological concept of post-traumatic growth, we will identify 6 signs that show you are finally learning to love and trust once again. Growth doesn't happen by forgetting what happened, but by transforming your pain into a new foundation for a more resilient and much more authentic version of yourself. Are you ready to see if you are on this journey? Let's look at the signs that your heart is beginning to thaw and open up again. It takes immense courage to be vulnerable after being hurt. If you recognize these signs, you are doing much better than you might actually give yourself credit for. Let us walk through this process together. Here are the 6 milestones of your healing journey and your beautiful return to the world of emotional connection. To understand healing, we must look at the science. Our journey begins in the mind, where the blueprint of our past experiences is stored and processed. According to renowned psychiatrist Bessel Kolk, our bodies store every single trauma we have experienced. Healing is a physical process as much as emotional. Learning to love again is essentially the process of retraining your nervous system to move from a state of survival back into a state of healthy connection. We use attachment theory to understand how our past bonds influence our current ones. Rebuilding trust means repairing the internal wires that were once short-circuited by pain. The first sign of this growth is self-awareness. You no longer run away from the memories. Instead, you begin to observe them with a curious mind. You start to name your feelings. Instead of feeling a vague sense of dread, you can say, "I am feeling scared because of what happened before." This naming of the pain is the first step in disarming the shield. When you identify the monster under the bed, it starts to lose its power. You recognize that your past does not have to be your future. You are becoming the conscious architect of your own emotional recovery and future relationships. This intellectual understanding provides a safety net. It allows you to realize that your reactions are normal responses to abnormal situations you have survived in life. Self-awareness is the light that pierces the darkness of trauma. With this light, you can see the path forward toward a life filled with love. Now that the foundation of awareness is built, let's look at how this manifests in your interactions with others and your own internal world of feelings. Sign number 1 is the willingness to be vulnerable. You stop seeing weakness as a flaw and start seeing it as a bridge to true intimacy. It is about the courage to say, "I am struggling," or "I need help." This is the moment the shield finally touches the ground for a rest. Think of Beth Harmon. She spent her life alone behind a wall of genius, but her true growth began when she finally accepted her friend's help. When you allow someone to see your cracks, you are not being weak. You are being authentic, which is the only way to build a real bond. Sign number 2 is the return of self-compassion. You begin to look at your own mistakes and your own pain with the eyes of someone like Tanjiro. You no longer punish yourself for being broken. You understand that you were doing your best to survive a very difficult and painful situation in your past. This compassion acts as a soothing balm for the old wounds. It allows the jagged edges of your heart to finally soften and start the healing. As you become kinder to yourself, you naturally become more empathetic toward others. You recognize the shared human experience of suffering and the need for love. This phase is about emotional softening. The ice is melting, and the garden of your heart is finally receiving the water it has needed for years. You realize that connection is not a threat, but a vital source of nourishment. You are ready to engage with the world on a deeper level. The fear of being hurt again is still there, but it no longer paralyzes you. Your desire for connection is becoming stronger than your fear of pain. You are learning that you don't have to carry the weight of the world alone. There are people willing to walk beside you in the light. As your heart softens, you also learn the importance of protecting it in healthy ways. Let's move on to the next set of vital signs. Sign number 3 is the establishment of healthy boundaries. You realize that a fence isn't just to keep people out, it's to keep you safe. Boundaries are the rules for how others can treat you. You are no longer an open field for others to trample, but a protected sanctuary. You find the strength to say no without feeling guilty. You understand that protecting your energy is a prerequisite for being able to love others well. This is not the same as the shield. The shield was a wall with no doors. Boundaries are filters that let the good in and keep harm out. Sign number 4 is the return of self-trust and intuition. After trauma, we often stop trusting our own judgment, but that trust is now returning slowly. You stop asking, "Will they leave me?" and start asking, "Do I feel safe and respected when I am with this person?" Your focus shifts inward. You are becoming your own best friend and your own protector. This inner alliance makes the external world feel much less threatening and much more manageable. The gold in the cracks represents your wisdom. You are more beautiful because you were broken, and you have the strength to hold life again. Your intuition is like a muscle that you are strengthening every day. Every time you honor your feelings, your self-trust grows a little bit more. You no longer feel like a victim of your circumstances. You are a participant in your life, choosing who and what gets to be near you. This is the empowerment phase. You are taking back the keys to your heart and deciding who is worthy of the treasures hidden within it. The past is still there, but it is no longer the main character of your story. You are the author, and you are writing a new chapter. With boundaries and self-trust, you are finally ready to inhabit your own body again. Let's explore the final signs of this magnificent healing journey. Sign number 5 is physical regulation and body connection. Your body is no longer stuck in a perpetual state of fight, flight, or freeze mode. You can feel your breath reaching all the way down to your stomach. Your shoulders have dropped, and the tension in your jaw is finally released. You are learning to listen to the subtle signals of your body. When you feel safe, your body confirms it with a sense of lightness and ease. Your body is no longer a cage of trauma, but a home. You are reclaiming the physical space that you were once forced to abandon for safety. Grounding becomes easier. You can exist in the now without being pulled back into the then. Your nervous system is finding its way back to balance. Sign number 6 is the emergence of new hope and future dreams. You stop just trying to survive the day and start imagining a future. Hope is no longer a scary word. It is the fuel that drives you to try new things, meet new people, and take healthy emotional risks. You start to believe that good things can happen to you. You understand that while pain is part of life, so is joy, and you deserve it. Your dreams are coming back to life. They were just hibernating during the winter of your soul, and now they are finally waking up for springtime. Shared hope is even more powerful. You find people who encourage your growth and who are excited to see the person you are becoming today. The universe feels expansive again. Instead of a narrow tunnel of survival, you see a wide open field of opportunities and deep, meaningful human connections. You are no longer defined by what was taken from you, but by what you are building now. You are a masterpiece of resilience and hope. Each grain of sand is a memory you have processed. You are keeping the wisdom and letting go of the bitterness that once held you back. This is the beauty of the human spirit. We have the incredible capacity to heal, to regrow, and to love again, even after the deepest winter. If you feel even a glimmer of this hope, cherish it. It is the sign that your heart is ready for its next great and beautiful adventure. You are going home to yourself. The journey has been long and difficult, but the destination is a life lived with an open and brave heart. The transformation is complete. You have moved from a survivor to a thriver. Let's take a final moment to reflect on this path of healing. Thawing the psychological shield is not a race. It is a slow, rhythmic, and incredibly proud journey of reclaiming your own soul from the past. Remember the signs: vulnerability, compassion, boundaries, self-trust, physical regulation, and hope. These are the markers of your successful and deep healing and personal growth. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love. Your scars are not something to hide. They are the evidence of your incredible survival. If you recognized yourself in any of these signs today, please take a moment to be proud. You are doing the hardest work there is. Be patient with yourself. Healing has its ups and downs, but as long as you are moving toward connection, you are on the right path. You deserve a love that feels like a safe harbor. You deserve a partner who respects your boundaries and cherishes your newly opened heart and soul. Thank you for being part of the Silent Brave Heart Tales community. Your journey matters to us, and we are so honored to walk this path beside you today. Don't forget to look back at how far you have come. Every small step toward openness is a massive victory against the shadows of your past. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more psychological insights. Your support helps us reach more people who need healing. Check out our other videos on trauma and recovery to continue your education. Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools in your healing toolkit. Stay curious, stay brave, and most importantly, stay kind to yourself. You are a work of art in progress, and the world needs your light. Until next time, remember that you are worthy, you are capable, and you are loved. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you very soon.